Hi YouTube, Timothy Unkert here. In this video, I'm going to create a function in JavaScript that returns the factorial of a number. So I have an HTML file open. I just called it factorial.html. And by the closing body tag, I have two script tags. That's where I'm going to write my JavaScript. And I'm going to create an arrow function. So I'm going to say let factorial equal, we'll pass in a number, okay? And I think the first thing that we should do is we should check that what we're passing in actually is an integer. So we'll say, let's do if not number.isInteger num. So if it's not an integer, we'll just return this number, or you didn't enter an integer. You didn't enter an integer. Okay, and just to check this out, we'll return you entered an integer. Okay, so let's do a couple console logs. So we'll do console.log factorial, and we'll pass in 3.14. So that should say you didn't enter an integer, and we'll do console.log factorial, and we'll pass in 3. Okay, so I'm going to open up a browser here. Let's just open up the file. Which is right here. Okay, and I'll do Control-Shift-I to get the console. So the first thing says you didn't enter an integer up here on the right. Hopefully you can see that, and you entered an integer. So that is working. Okay, so we can take off the second part, but just the first part basically says, hey, you got to enter an integer here to have this function work correctly. All right. We should also have something to check to make sure that they didn't enter in a negative number. So we can say if num is less than 0, we'll return you can't take the factorial of a negative number, something like that. And just to test that out, let's do -1. Okay. And let's see, anything got messed up here? Let's just check. I'm getting a red. Let's refresh. Okay, so where am I getting that red at? 1929. So console. Oh, I forgot a parentheses. Okay. All right. So let's refresh. Okay. And then it says you can't take the factorial of a negative number. So that's all good. All right. So now that we have those checks in place, what we should do is if they pass in a number that's less than 2, so we should return 1. So we'll say if num is less than 2, we'll return 1. Okay? And then otherwise, what we're going to return is we're going to do a recursive function here. We're going to return the number times the factorial. So we'll call the function again of the number -1. Okay, so if I enter 5 in here, I'm going to return 5 times factorial 4, which will return 4 times factorial 3, and so on. So you get 5 times 4 times 3 times 2, and then times 1, which would be 120. So if we do factorial 5 and we refresh, you get 120 there. So it's all good, it's all working, and this is an example of a recursive function in JavaScript. Hopefully you enjoyed this example. You can also comment in the comments how you would improve this function. Yeah, what you think of it, let me know. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Oh, also, like and subscribe.